Not a lot needs to be said, man. That's an awful performance by us, but it's us.
We talk about the talent that we have. We talk about everything that we have, but right now we don't have a kick-ass defensive group, and that's all that I can speak on.
I believe in the coaching staff. I believe in Mike Tomlin. That's why I came here. And players need to take accountability, myself included, and I will continue to. I got to play better.
Very strong and direct words from the Steelers after their loss at home to the Bills. What's your reaction to hearing some of that postgame?
I like the accountability, but this is the last day in November. What is going on? Why are we at this point in the season as a Pittsburgh Steelers, three greats, talking about we're not a good defense right now, we need to take accountability. Mike Tomlin says it's just not good enough. That, to me, is the alarming thing. We shouldn't be at this point going into December.
Yeah, this was the biggest shocker for me of this entire weekend. Buffalo, without their two starting tackles, going to Pittsburgh, playing at that place against Watt and Highsmith. I didn't think they were going to make an inch. They dominated the game. They rushed for 249 yards. They're not physical. It's not a kick-ass defense by any stretch, and they have no identity on the offensive side.
Yeah, that was a season high in rushing for the Bills, and now they have to pick up the pieces. Does Mike Tomlin, and they have to go on the road to the Ravens. So what do they have to do to turn things around in a week?
You have to challenge all the names that we know. Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, Hayward, Ramsey, Watt, Highsmith. Challenge these guys to be leaders on the team and the most productive guys. They need it now.
The good thing for them, the Baltimore Ravens just got upset too.
You're right.
They're not on a roll as well.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.
Steelers Nation, gather around, because this week is different. This week is personal. This week feels like one of those moments where a team either bends or breaks, rises or collapses, defines its identity or watches it get rewritten by someone else. And after everything that happened the last time Pittsburgh faced the Baltimore Ravens, after the heartbreak, the humiliation, the nearly 300 rushing yards allowed, and the playoff exit that still burns in the memory of every player and every fan, the Steelers walk into this matchup knowing exactly what is at stake. There is no room for half measures. There are no excuses left. This is a must-win game, and the entire AFC North picture is hanging in the balance. But here is the twist that nobody can ignore. The Steelers will once again take the field without a rookie they simply cannot afford to lose. Derek Harmon, the first-round pick and the focal point of the rebuilt defensive front, has been ruled out again with a knee injury. And if you have watched Steelers football this season, you know the difference is massive. When Harmon is on the field, Pittsburgh's run defense is disciplined, violent, and statistically one of the most efficient units in the AFC. When he is off the field, the numbers shift drastically, the edges soften, and opponents begin leaning on the run with confidence. EPA swings from elite to concerning. Success rate dips by nearly double digits. The gap is real, and Baltimore knows it. But let me make something absolutely clear. This team is not defined by who is unavailable. This team is defined by how it responds. That is the Mike Tomlin way, the Pittsburgh Steelers way, the identity that has carried this franchise through decades of adversity, injuries, and uphill battles. And Tomlin addressed the situation with honesty, acknowledging that Harmon is out, but reinforcing that the questionable players, Patrick Queen, James Pierre, and several others fighting through bumps and bruises, are progressing. Limited participation early, increased work as the week goes on, availability guided by resilience, discipline, and the heartbeat of a locker room that is tired of hearing what it cannot do. Yes, the Ravens want to run the ball. Yes, they want to impose their will. Yes, the national media is already predicting a one-sided matchup based on recent performances. But this rivalry has never been about predictions. It has never been about who is favored on paper. It has never been about analytics or probability charts or what some outsider believes is going to happen. Ravens versus Steelers has always been about brutality, heart, preparation, and sheer refusal to back down. Games come down to inches, to goal line stands, to turnovers forced by effort, not talent. And if there is one thing this version of the Pittsburgh Steelers has shown, it is that effort is never in question. This defense, even without Harmon, has shown flashes of dominance. High-pressure packages have started hitting home more consistently. Younger players have stepped up in key moments. Veterans have taken on larger roles in holding the front together. And if there is any team in the NFL capable of adjusting in 1 week, of correcting mistakes, of taking a disastrous performance and flipping it into fuel, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the same franchise that has built a cultural legacy on grit, on defense, on rising exactly when people expect them to fade. And what better opportunity to change the narrative than against Baltimore? What better moment to prove that the rebuild was real, that the identity is returning, that the team that fell in the playoffs is not the team stepping onto the field this Sunday. This is not a revenge game. This is a redemption game. A chance to take everything that went wrong, everything that has been doubted, everything that has been questioned, and turn it into a statement win that reshapes the entire AFC North. Because here's the truth no one wants to admit. The Steelers are still in this race. They are still a threat. They are still dangerous. And even if Derek Harmon cannot suit up this week, the mentality he represents, physicality, discipline, punishing defense, can still define how Pittsburgh attacks this matchup. The Ravens expect a weaker front. They expect confusion. They expect a defense that folds in the trenches. But Baltimore is walking into a trap if they think this is the same team they ran through last time. Steelers Nation, this is the week where belief matters. This is the week where the entire season can shift. And this is the moment where your voices, your passion, your energy can help fuel a win that the entire league would feel shaking through the standings. So let me know what you think. Can the Steelers overcome these injuries? Can they punch Baltimore in the mouth and take back control of this rivalry? Drop your opinion in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to Steelers Nation Wire for more videos as we march toward a season-defining showdown.